Okay, so I'm going to do my review on Avengers: The Origin, written by Joe Casey. This comic I got was about for $5. I got this for $5 at Books A Million the same time I got Endless Wartime. Because I was like in an Avengers mood, and I was like... Also, a weird thing is I've gotten suddenly into Ant-Man. I don't know where it came from, but I want to read more Ant-Man stuff. So, I ended up getting this. Anyway, Avengers: The Origin is pretty much a Joe Casey's 5-issue retelling of The Origin, long before it was retold again in Avengers Season 1 by Peter David, which I have not read yet, but I really want to read. Anyway, Avengers: The Origin, it kind of takes the entire first issue of Avengers from Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's first issue, and stretches it out in a whole new way. It's a more updated story with some classic elements to it. This is a time period that basically heroes are just now showing up. The Hulk, for the most part, is treated like a myth. We also have Intelligent Hulk, and it's very updated. Like Rick Jones's Teen Brigade are like these gun-toting revolutionaries that you don't understand. You don't know what they're revolting against. All you know is that they have guns and they hate establishment. That's about it. And the story's pretty much the same. Loki pretty much convinces the Hulk to tricks the Hulk into destroying some train tracks, and Loki then manipulates a message that Rick Jones sends out from the Teen Brigade to Thor, and it also gets picked up by Iron Man, Ant-Man, and the Wasp. And they form the Avengers, only it's a little more stretched out. In here, this is very Hulk-driven as well. There's some great dialogue in here. I love the artwork, the artist's name I'm forgetting, but it's really good. The artwork is really good. Hulk in here is very well done. This is Intelligent Hulk, where he sounds like an angry Brooklyn guy who's coming to beat the shit out of you. I also find it kind of funny because, like I said, they updated a lot of things. They have to, there's computers, there's stuff like that, and here's Tony Stark running around in a big, bulky, golden Iron Man suit, like a big, bulky suit. Everything's up like you'd think. Tony Stark, as smart as he is, it would have like his yellow and gold suit, but no, it's just that big clunky gold suit he has, and he still goes around like, oh, and this is a time period when Tony Stark hadn't revealed his identity as Iron Man. Iron Man was Tony Stark's whole alibi for Iron Man was that he was Stark's bodyguard, and they kind of play that around a lot. Ant-Man let me talk about Ant-Man real quick. Joe Casey loves to write Ant-Man. I can clearly see how he loves to write Ant-Man, because he writes Ant-Man not only is incredibly intelligent and not wife-beating, but also he makes Ant-Man the biggest badass you've ever seen. He gets a hold of some of Stark's technology, and Pym just starts using every single ant on the planet to monitor the Hulk. He literally gets in touch with every single ant on the planet Earth that has ever walked on the Earth to monitor the Hulk and find him. He then uses the ants to create a sand pit that traps even the Hulk. Holy shit, he uses Ant-Man in the coolest way possible. It's not like with Avengers Endless Wartime, where you get the sense that everyone hates each other. In The Origin, right off the bat, Thor, Iron Man, Ant-Man, and the Wasp get along pretty well. I mean, it's their first meeting. It's not like, you don't know me, I don't know you, let's fight. It's more like, oh, hey, I heard about you, that's cool. And this is still a time period where people think, oh, Thor's just a guy. He's not really the god of thunder, and eventually it becomes something else. The Hulk in here also has this interesting backstory where he's traveling with a traveling freak show, and he really connects with the bearded lady, who has this motherly love for the Hulk. And she understands the Hulk's need to be the Hulk's why he's kind of driven out like that. He's an outcast. Everyone in here is written very well, and Loki, for the most part, is just on the Isles of Silence, just like, I'm Loki and I can do this. It's kind of like that kind of spiel. The thing is that the biggest fights in here are just between Hulk and Iron Man beating the shit out of each other. You don't really see Hulk and Thor fight. You mostly just see Iron Man and Hulk fight a lot throughout this story. And yeah, they are trying to be very diplomatic about it, which I'm glad there's not like, oh, it's the Hulk, we gotta take him down. Which at first it is, but then it later becomes it later kind of becomes like, oh, we got to be diplomatic with the Hulk. We can reason with the Hulk, right? So yeah, they do try to do that, but obviously the Hulk ain't having that shit. The only thing that kind of lets me down in this story is that in here, in Avengers: The Origin, Loki gets taken out pretty damn easy. I'm going to say this right now. Loki gets he gets brought to Earth by Thor, and then he's like, "I'm a god, you can't stop me." Oh, defeated, just like that, And I was kind of like, really? That's how it's going to... Okay. I don't know, the story is good, don't get me wrong, and Loki, for the most part, is just being a master manipulator, but it's just the ending that just kind of the ending just kind of happens. That was kind of my only little irk, is that they defeat the bad guy real quick, and then they become the Avengers right off the bat. So, yeah. But the rest of the story is really good, of, Thor kind of doing his own thing. He's not really part of the Avengers. Well, obviously they don't call themselves the Avengers for a while, until the end, but he's off in Asgard looking for Loki. While it's just Iron Man with Ant-Man and Wasp tracking the Hulk. But yeah, still, I highly recommend Avengers: The Origin. I got it for a discount price. I think it was about $16, but you could probably find it discounted these days because this is an old comic. But yeah, anyway, once again, I hope you all enjoyed this review, and yeah, I'm out.